Sun dances colored pills. Morning sex under the tree. All in all, it was my fault. Don't you see I'm feeling blue? But he believes in oil and gold.
So guys, it is January 4th, 2020. Happy New Year's. At about 1 o'clock, 5 minutes till. It's pretty cold out here today, pretty nippy. There was a pretty big breeze before I got into the woods, walking through the field. Thankfully I've been out here and the trees are cutting that breeze down. I'm here back in my A-frame camp spot, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to build the wall over here beside the fire like I had talked about. Block some of that wind coming from the south. But yeah, let's get to it. So before I jump into this, I really need to figure out how I want to do it, how tall I want the wall, how wide I want the wall. And right now it's kind of up in the air. I'm not really sure. I got this tree right here that I was going to use come off of that tree all the way to these small saplings right here. But I also have a sapling over there, which would make the wall probably close to 11, 12 feet long, which would be pretty cool, but I would have to cut down some pretty tall trees to make that. And it would offer a lot of coverage, which would also be great too. But if I went from this tree to that big one, I would have to cut the small saplings out of the way. Not really sure. But first, I'm going to start by getting all this old crap out of the way. It's waterlogged, probably no good, probably never will be any good till midsummer when it's dried out again. Alright, so got all the old crap moved, got all the leaves moved, pretty much down to dirt. I have this one long piece to measure from, see exactly where I want it. With this piece, I should be able to tell kind of where I want to start building, how tall I want it, how long I want the wall. Let's check it out. Alright, so I pretty much have the length that I want. That looks pretty good to me. I think I'm going to go with that length. I'm not exactly how tall I want it yet. Maybe, I don't know, maybe waist height. Now what I got to do now is dig some post holes so I can start stacking these trees up so they won't fall over. Since I'm using that small sapling there, I only need to dig 3, so I could have a pair of 2s. 2 there and 2 here. Alright, so check it out. I got my 3 post holes dug. Now, if I guessed, they would be about 6 inches down into the ground. So yeah, now I'm just ready for cutting some posts. I'll set those up, start stacking my wood in there, and see how she turns out. So what's up, guys? It's been a few weeks since I last been out here, and I had to come in and fix my posts from the last time where I put them in the ground. The dirt was so soft and the weight of the wood had pushed them out. So I've got some paracord tied around the top here, but today I'm just going to be filling in this gap and stacking them up where I get my height that I want it, and then we'll call it done. Look out. So, I already see a question that's going to be asked, and I'm just going to go ahead and address that now. A lot of people are going to ask me why I'm using these small sapling trees, and one of the reasons is, if I could stack a bunch of them in here, that's less airflow that I'm going to get through here. And another reason why I wanted to use the small ones is because where this is built on a ridge line, it's actually at a downhill slope. So this side over here was on that downhill slide, so I wanted to stack some of these small ones up to make the top of the wall level. Alrighty, here it is. The wall is finished. It's not the prettiest thing. I would like to probably take a chainsaw and cut the extra length off the sides over here and over here. It is a little bit taller than the post itself. I'm kneeling down on the ground right now, and I mean it's about flush with the top of my head if I'm down kneeling, but I think it's gonna hold. Looks pretty good. I like it. There's not a whole lot of air gaps through here, so it's gonna block some of that wind coming from the south, and hopefully whenever I get a fire, it's gonna accumulate some of the heat right here in this area. Also, I got the paracord running through here. I knotted it here, and with the extra length that I had, I put a knot back here. So even if it gets loose or something and starts, you know, pushing on itself, it's actually going to work against itself to keep that knot tight.